Happy New Year, you guys. Gotta celebrate. 1 second. Okay. So, cheers to the end of 2020 because we all know that was quite a year. I'm gonna take a seat. 2020 was crazy. We can all agree on that. But I want to say Happy New Year. And I'm making my big announcement. So I said that I'm releasing an Empowered Woman collection. Let me take a sip of this real quick. Yum. So I'm releasing my Empowered Woman collection, and like I said, I never anticipated on releasing anything. I never had this idea originally. It just came into my head one day. And I don't know. I just went with it. I was like, oh, maybe I'll do this. And then I kind of looked into it, and then everything just kind of fell into place. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about myself. So my name is Felicia. My middle name is Divina. I go by Felice as of the last couple years. My older friends know me as Felicia, and then people that have been in my life more recently, within the last 3 years, know me as Felice. I can go by either name. I am Latina. I am Mexican and Puerto Rican, and I have a little bit of Italian in my blood as well, Sicilian to be exact. I do speak Spanish pretty fluently. I do stumble across words because English was my first language, and then, I don't speak Spanish very often. So that's a little bit about my history. I was born in LA, Burbank, and I kind of lived in LA as a child. I live in Tijuana, Mexico. That's where my mom is from, and my grandma. And so I lived in Mexico for a little bit as a young kid, 3 years old. And then I lived in San Diego, and then I lived in Dallas, and then I moved to NorCal, Stockton, repping all day. So I do got that Bay Area flavor. Can't get that out of me. So I went to high school in Stockton and middle school, and I miss Stockton a lot, surprisingly. I miss all my friends a ton. I haven't seen them in probably 10 years. And I had a blast living out there. I went to beauty school in high school as a senior, and I was originally going to get my cosmetology license, and then unfortunately I got jumped. So I got jumped in beauty school, and we both got kicked out, but I had the option to go back, and I was like, I don't really want to go back. It's kind of the energy's weird. So I decided to pursue makeup school. And so I decided to move to LA at the age of 18 to pursue makeup school, and I went to Joe Blasco Makeup Center, and I learned special effects, beauty, character, learned how to do bald head, all of the type of things you would see in the movies. So that was when I fell in love with makeup, and I was fortunate enough to start working on different photo shoots. I worked on a music video, and then eventually I got hired on with MAC so that I could supplement an income, because as a makeup artist, you never really know when your next job is unless you're working for a makeup counter or company. But as a freelance artist, you just never know. So anyways, I ended up working for MAC for about 9 years, which is crazy. And I worked with MAC in all of LA. I worked with MAC in all of San Diego, because I moved to San Diego after being in LA. And then, so I loved it, but I definitely needed to grow, and it was the scariest thing walking away from it. And of course I did makeup on the side, like for weddings, and I did makeup for like photo shoots. I even got to work on a film in San Diego. So I always did makeup on the side for myself. And then I had my regular job. Anyway, so I ended up leaving MAC, and then I became a beauty stylist for Nordstrom in the Americana. And then I ended up moving to Orange County, and I was Smashbox counter manager. And then eventually I worked for Tom Ford Beauty. And then where did I go? Oh yeah, I worked for Makeup Forever as well in LA, Robertson. And that was really fun. And also worked at the Topanga Mall for Makeup Forever. So I also got the opportunity for work for Armani and YSL and who else? Guerlain. So I worked for all these amazing makeup brands, and I probably know every single makeup brand like the back of my hand. So I have about accumulated 15 years experience working as a professional makeup artist. I've currently been working a ton on weddings, and then about 2 years ago I decided to pursue my esthetician license. And I wanted to get my esthetician license like 10 years ago, but I just like procrastinated. Like I was like, I can't, I have to like work full time. Like, how am I gonna go to school? Blah, blah, blah. So things happened where, and it enabled me to actually have time to go to school, and things just kind of worked out. So I got my esthetician license 2 years ago. And one of the reasons why I went back to school to do that was because my dream is to open a makeup studio. You know, and then eventually now it's like makeup studio, but now I want to be able to do like skincare as well, because I've fallen into this passion for skincare. So, basically, in order to open a studio, a makeup studio legally, you have to have some type of a license, whether it's a cosmetology license or an esthetician license. So I was like, okay, I have to go to school because legally I want to be able to open this studio that I dream of. So I went to school and I got my esthetician license. I have no interest in doing hair. That's just me. But I fell in love with skin. So now, you know, I've been doing that for the last 2 years in addition to doing makeup. So long story short, the idea that came to my head was that I've been in the makeup industry for 15 years. What is one essential thing that makeup artists absolutely always used in makeup? What is one essential thing that just makes your makeup pop? Eyelashes. So I was like, one day I was just like, what? It just makes sense for me to come out with eyelashes. Like, I'm a makeup artist. I know what I look for in a good lash. We like, you know, a nice bendable strip that's flexible, that's not very noticeable, that it is not stiff or bulky. You know, we don't want a very plasticky looking lash, because the lash will reflect the plastic in a professional photo. So you really have to, as a makeup artist, you're extremely particular about the kind of lash that you're going to be using for a photo shoot or for film, or, you know, the bride. Like, it has to photograph well. Before veganism became a thing, it was important to have lashes with real lash hair, because they were going to look more natural. They're going to photograph better. So I was like, all right, I'm going to come out with lashes. I don't know how they're going to do or if people are going to be into it, but for some reason, I have a calling that says come out with lashes. So I did. So that's my Empowered Woman collection, is eyelashes. I'm releasing 5 styles, from very dramatic to very natural. I want to be able to, you know, there's women that are extra. They want to have the extra lashes, But then there's women that are very natural and they want to have very natural, like it's not even noticeable that they're wearing lashes. And I want to be able to accommodate my bride, and I want to be able to accommodate the baddie, right? The baddie wants those extra dramatic lashes. So that's what my collection is, the Empowered Woman collection. And the thought behind it, the Empowered Woman collection is I want, like, what is an empowered woman? An empowered woman can be so many things. It could be like the woman that has been searching for herself spiritually, that went through a dark time in her life, you know, a abusive relationship, you know, just maybe some type of addiction, and she's turned to spirituality to heal, to better herself, to become a better person. And that's one version of an empowered woman. Another empowered woman can be the single mom that is working so hard to make ends meet. I was raised by a single mom. Actually, I was raised with nothing but mostly women in my family. My mom didn't know her dad. My aunts didn't know their dad. I never had like many men in my family. It was all women, and all the women in my family were extremely strong and independent. My grandma came from Mexico, and she started her own beauty business. She owns her own salon in San Diego now, and she's 78 years old and she's still working. You know, and she migrated from Mexico, Tijuana, Mexico. And you know, like, she is an empowered woman. My mom is an empowered woman. She raised me by herself. So like I said, women that have been working as single women, single moms. Another version of an empowered woman is the woman, the business woman that goes in every day in a business setting where men are supposed to be like the, you know, the ones that are doing everything in the business scene, but that business woman that's going in and kicking ass every single day, you know, in her business attire, and she's just doing it, right? Making money. She's doing it for herself. She has her own shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's an empowered woman. Another empowered woman could be the mom that's doing everything. The stay-at-home mom that's taking care of the kids, taking care of her man, taking care of the house. Like, she's fucking tired, but she's pushing through it. That's a motherfucking empowered woman. So, you know, this, if you are working hard and you're fucking busting your ass doing what you want to do, if you're trying to pursue your dream, if you have a goal in mind, then do it. Don't let anything in life hold you back. The only person that can hold you back is yourself. And life is too short. Like, we only get this life, you know, one time. So me, I don't know if my lashes are going to be successful. I don't know. But at least I could say I tried, and it's better than saying that I tried than never knowing. So, I released this collection with a lot of intention of good energy and love and light, and that you are capable of doing anything that you fucking put your mind to. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do something, because you can. And I haven't done everything. I'm not doing a whole lot, but I'm a little bit of proof that, you know, you set your mind to something and you can have it. And another personal thing that I want to share with you guys, and I don't share this with people very often, is I was actually born with a condition. And in the condition, it affects my, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I'm going to let you guys know the surface of it. So I was born with a condition, and it affects the heart, the hands, and the arms, the limbs. So if you guys have ever noticed, I actually have a scar from here to here where they did heart surgery when I was about 1 year old. I was actually born with a hole in my heart the size of a quarter atrial septal defect. The doctors actually told my mom and my grandmother that I was not going to make it to live past 10 years old. So for me to still be here, it's like a blessing. So I don't know like why God chose to give me this condition, and I was affected by it. I'm gonna start crying. I was affected by it tremendously as a child. Sorry. I got made fun of a lot as a kid, in high school. Even as a young adult, people would make rude comments, you know, like ignorant comments. So it took a lot of healing to get to the point where I am in life, to accept myself. What saved me was meditation, affirmations, a lot of reading, a lot of self-help and self-healing. And this is why I'm so passionate about this collection, because I feel like it has a lot of meaning to it, like for me, and what an empowered woman is, because a lot of you don't know that it took a lot of healing for me to get to the point of my life to be able to have the confidence in myself, to be able to make this video, to talk to you guys the way that I am. Like, it's not easy for people to do this kind of stuff, you know? So, you know, me being able to do makeup and eyelash extensions and what I do with my hands is amazing because of the condition that I was born with. I was born with a lot of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I have limitation in the way that I can like rotate my hands, or you know, things like that. So I can't function like a normal person. Everything is like way harder for me. So I struggle with trying to do things any normal person can do, but I get it done. And I could thank my mom for that, because she gave me tough love as a kid. I remember that, you know, for one example, I remember trying to put my hair in a ponytail. And I used to cry because I couldn't do it because of my range of motion was like so limited. And she would not help me. She would be like, figure it out. You know, or I'd fall on the floor and I'd cry and she'd be like, get up, you're fine. So thanks to my mom for giving me that tough love, because she made me limitless at the end of the day. So I just wanted to share those personal things with you guys. And like I said, I'm excited about this collection. I'm going to release 3 styles today, and they're going to go on pre-sale. And I'm going to also include a special gift with the pre-sale, with whoever pre-sells. And then on the 11th, 111, which is a special number for me, which is why I chose that day, I'll release the rest of the collection, and everything will be available online. So the 3 styles I'm releasing today, you can pre-sell through me. I will release the images on my Instagram. And today I'm wearing one lash style. This is the most dramatic one. And this one is called Powerful Fucking Woman. Okay? Because you too are a powerful fucking woman. Yes, you are. Cheers. Because you guys can do anything that you fucking want. Don't forget it. Love you guys.